I wake up in the morning, I punch me in the face. I gotta get to my Bacon, Egg, and Dreams. Welcome to Bacon, Egg, and Dreams. I'm your host, Bernie Wine, and today I got a special guest with me in the building. His name is Rob Mel, and he goes by Errson. I don't want to steal your thunder, but introduce yourself. Let them know who you are.
Hi, what's up, everybody? It's Errson. I'm from Long Island, New York. I make music. I do jiu-jitsu, MMA, and we here. Let's get it.
So, how did the music thing come about? When is the first time you knew you wanted to do music, and also what artists influenced your decision on that?
All right, so I have to go back when I was younger, right? Like my mom, I always wanted to be like a rapper when I was younger, like when I was a kid, because Lil Wayne was my guy. Like Lil Wayne was, and still is, like the best rapper alive to me. So when I was younger, I named myself Kid Pro, and I had a notebook, and I was writing a notebook. You know what I'm saying? Just probably like everybody else, right? And what happened was my mom was telling me to freestyle for her, and I got nervous, and I was like, I can't, because I want to curse. And she was like, oh, but you should be able to do it without cursing. And I was like, yeah, but Lil Wayne don't. So like that was like with the start of it, and then it kind of died. You know what I mean? Like it just went away. I was playing basketball, I was doing something else, staying active, But like I always and I know everybody do this too, but I always was like freestyling and stuff, which probably was never good at. But I always kept music in my life. And then years later, in my early 20s, I went to England, came back, and I was doing some acting while I was studying martial arts. And then COVID hit, and I was like, what else can I do artistically to keep myself motivated, And I started making music, I reached out to, and that's the thing about me, when I make a decision, I kind of do it. It's like to the fullest. So when I made this decision, I actually went to Fiverr to find some help, right? And so I was looking for some help on Fiverr. To be fair, and to be honest to God, I needed help with a song. I was looking for a ghostwriter, and then to help me with the song. And then I ran into the rap coach. And shout out to the rap coach. That's my guy, yo. That's my guy. If you haven't heard of him, go on YouTube, follow his stuff. He's on Patreon, follow him. But man, this dude literally changed my life. Literally, I paid him monthly for 3 phone calls a week, and we was working, and he was pinpointing things and teaching me, and I was learning and stuff. And then I felt like I didn't get it, I felt like I didn't understand what was going on, even though I wasn't proving, because I was showing him different types of songs, different type of lyrics, and we was changing my directions a bit and my brand a bit. Man, this dude invited me to freaking Texas, to stay with him a couple of days to help me with this process. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, there was a fee, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully, there was a fee, but that man did a lot of things for me that he didn't have to do. That man could have robbed me, he could have shot me, he could have not picked me up from the airport, he could have, you know what I'm saying? That man could have done a lot of dirt shit to me, bro. You know what I mean? Part of my language. But that man could have did me grimy, son, and he didn't. And I'll be forever grateful for that. So every time I talk about making music, I just gotta shout that guy out, man. Because the rap coach, man, that's my guy, yo. He put me on, and I have never looked back.
And what would you say, because when you're a rapper, already it comes with the odds already being slim, right? So how do you overcome knowing that the odds are slim? And where do you see your rap career going? What does the dream look like from your perspective?
Well, for me, I never been that guy who was in the highlight, right? I never been the best guy. I've been the best basketball player on the team, but I didn't go Division I. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the limelight. I was always down in the slums somewhere, you know what I'm saying, having to grind and climb, and you know what I mean? So I'm used to this. You know what I mean? I'm used to having to work. I'm used to having to show that I'm different. I'm used to having to, you know what I mean, taking the breadcrumbs and just taking what I can, What makes it easier is that I'm grateful that I can do it. You know what I mean? I'm grateful that I can make music. I have the money to fund it. You know what I mean? I'm grateful that there's people around me that's supportive. So even when times get hard, and I'm like, yeah, it's a 1 in a million chance, but there's people counting on me, and it's still a chance. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You can sit there and say, not all lawyers make lawyer money. You You see what I'm saying? Like, not all doctors make doctor money. Like, yeah, they'll make money, but there's levels to it. There's always levels to everything. You know what I'm saying? So I just, I wanted to go play ball overseas, and I ended up playing semi-pro in England. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just levels to it. So I'm used to being on a certain level and having to fight for that. You know what I'm saying? And whoever decides to join me as I fight for that, you know what I'm saying, will see my career progress and how I get there. You know what I'm saying? And the more people that follow me, it pushes me because I can't let them down. They invested that subscribe. They invested their ears, their mind. They invested their spirit into what I'm making. You know what I'm saying? And one thing they can't get back is time. So, I respect that. And I just take whoever comes with me, I take to the top. You know what I mean? And even if, let's get real, even if none of it ever happens, you know what I'm saying? I can sit there and tell my kids that you can do whatever you do to put your mind to it. Because I've did that. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten a cage and fought somebody. I've made music. You know what I'm saying? I've acted in something. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, okay. I'm not in Hollywood. I'm not in the UFC. I'm not, signed to Sony. But like, I did it. And and I have stories and I have experiences. You can't take that back. Basketball took me to England. You know what I mean? Like, basketball took me to England, bro. Like, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? I saw a whole different world, son. You know what I mean? So, that's how I deal with the 1 in a million chance. Your second question, I just take it day by day. I try to be a little bit better than I was yesterday. Because at least that's the progression. When it comes to like, music, I want to have a song. Maybe I want to finish a song faster. You know what I mean? Maybe I just want to have a song ready. Maybe I'm starting to work on music video stuff. As long as my daily routines get done, you know what I mean? My career is going to go where I want it to go. And like I said, worst case scenario, if I become a C-level rapper, you know what I'm saying? It's better than not doing it at all. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And what would you say to the person that's scared to start because of what the naysayers may say?
Yeah. Yeah, man, just do it. Like, I don't have a special code. I don't have a special, saying. I don't have. It's just do it. Just know what's important to you, prioritize it, and get it done. Hold yourself accountable. You know what I mean? So don't make excuses. It's no one's fault. You know what I mean? If you're mad that you work at McDonald's, you work at McDonald's. You know what I mean? If you're mad because, your life is where it is, it's there's a time in your life where you got to say, I'm here because I'm here. You can't blame your grandparents. You can't blame your parents anymore. Especially when you become an adult. It's like, I can make changes now. You know what I mean? I can move along, So when it comes to the kids, I just say, man, just ignore it. People have always told me, and I know you hear this a lot, but people have always told me, man, I will never make it, I will never do this, I will never do that. You know what I'm saying? You only did this because your father was a coach. You only did this because of that and that and that. And by the way, if you have advantages in life, take advantage of it. Do not be ashamed of having an advantage in life. Do not let people guilt you and feel bad because you end up on LeBron James AAU team because your dad, used to coach LeBron when he was younger. Take advantage of that. Get in the gym every day and raise your skill level to the level of those other players. You know what I mean? If your father's in the music industry, use him. Auntie, uncle, friends, use them. Because your number one objective when it comes to creating and being an entrepreneur is your success, not how people feel about it. You know what I mean? People talk about industry plans and stuff like that. Who cares? I look at it as whether someone put them there, whether they got there on their own, they're still making money and they're where I want to be. They're creating, they're sharing stories and experiences with the world. You know what I mean? They're traveling, they're doing what I want to do. You know what I mean? So like I don't care, So stop looking at life as, looking into your disadvantages and what you don't have, and look at what you do have. Even with this podcast, right? He's not interviewing Meek Mill. He don't have Pharrell. He don't have Dame Dash. But what he do have is friends, co-workers who are trying to reach a level. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna grow together. You know what I mean? And he's using what he has. So use what you have, man. And don't be ashamed of who you are.
And I'm pretty sure you answered this question, but just in case you didn't give it to them, your mixtape is titled Underdogs, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Right,
what went into that?
So my first mixtape was titled Underdogs, and it's the first EP. I probably do 3 of them. But that's how I felt on my life. I felt like the underdog. Even when I had advantages in life, I always felt that made me an underdog. Because I was always supposed to be at a certain level. You know what I'm saying? When you take sports, because that's where, I'm taking it. But that's where it kind of hit me. Was like, my dad was the coach. Everybody expected me to be the best player on every team. Automatically. And I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I was always the underdog. I got on AAU teams because of my dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding the bench sometimes. You know what I mean? When I went to England, my first year I went to England, I went during the second half of the season. Coach didn't play me. I would kill him in practice. I had players come to me saying, bro, I don't know why you're not playing. I don't know why you're not playing. I don't know what's going on, da-da-da. And the coach told me one day, he was like, bro, you came half the season. I can't start you over the other guys. So I said, I'm going to make you play me. How can I make you play me? All right, we had an offensive team. Everybody can score on the floor. But you want to know what everybody couldn't do? Play defense. So I was guarding the best team's player every night. Every night to get on the floor. You know what I mean? It was to a point where I didn't even care about my offense. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of bad because it affected me offensively, but I wasn't even there. I was locked in. I was guarding. If he was 6 foot, 6'5", 6'4", post player, perimeter player, I'll tell you, get off him, I got him. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was a player that was extremely athletic, I'm not dumb, I'm only 6 feet. Yeah. But unless he was extremely athletic, you know what I mean? I was like, get off him, I got him. I wouldn't let big men get to the block. I front them on every rebound. You know what I mean? If you caught the ball on the perimeter, I'm in your gut so you couldn't dribble. The only thing was I was a bit too aggressive, so I got a lot of fouls called to me. But I tell you what, though, that got me on the floor. You know what I mean? So I lived my life as an underdog. You know what I mean? And I really felt that. And even when I start this whole music career, everybody's a rapper now. Everybody's doing this now. You da-da-da-da. I never seen you do this. You never freestyle. You never expressed this to us. You never da-da-da. You never da-da-da. And then next thing you know, they're like, oh, that song is hot. Oh, that means the video is hot. Oh, I see you. You know what I'm saying? I always had to prove myself. You know what I mean? So every day I live by proving myself. To myself and others.
And for the viewers out there, you don't need nobody's permission to start. Just go for it and just be brave. I want to know, like, you do music and you fight. So what lesson have you learned that you can use in life that may have been highlighted because you do those things? Because I would assume you probably get hit sometimes, and sometimes you may not be stronger than the guy you fighting.
So martial arts, and I don't say anything that no one else has already said, right? But martial arts definitely humbled me. I'm a humble person, in general, But martial arts made me realize, there's people in this world that does this. You know what I mean? Like, I have a sensei who's like 155. And when I first started jiu-jitsu, mind you, I'm like 250, 260, right? I couldn't get out of I can't get out of side mount. He had me in a position, and I'm just stuck. I couldn't move. I'm trying to use my strength and da-da-da, and he's just patient, calm, collective, grinding it out. You know what I'm saying? And those words right there is what sticks with me, and that stays with me forever. I'm rushing, I'm pushing, I'm trying to get my leg in, I'm rushing, I'm strong. Calm, patient, grind it out, tired me out. You know what I'm saying? Did my thing. And that's what I, tell other people. Patient, calm, consistency, grind it out. You know what I'm saying? After a while, people are going to get so tired of hearing you, they're going to like you. Because you're everywhere. They're going to find one song they like. You know what I mean? I'm going to just keep it a stack. They're going to find one song they like. You know what I mean? And to be fair, you don't need billions of people to find one song. You just need a couple million. A couple 100,000, really. A couple 100,000 like a song, and your career is probably C to B level rapper. In my opinion, maybe B minus. You know what I'm saying? But you're not. You know what I'm saying? You're getting some recognition. People know who you are. Probably by that time, you're on the radio doing, small town radio stuff. But like I said, for me that could be 2025. But that will never happen if I don't grind out 2022. If I'm not patient, if I'm not calm, if I'm not consistent. You know what I mean? If I'm not dedicated, if I'm not disciplined. So those are the things that transferred over to my music career. The most. But like I always had that in some sense, but when I say like it's been like deeper ingrained in me, that's really it. My coach, she used to say position before submission. You know what I mean? You got to get the position first, then go for the submission, not the other way around. And when that translates to every day in my life, it's like, I want to buy a house, I got to have the money. I want a different job, I got to start applying. Or I might have to get a degree. You got to put yourself in these positions of success. Because I look at life as percentages. You want to increase your percentage of success, so you have to do things to increase that percentage. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you're gonna make it. Doesn't mean you're gonna be where you want to be. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is. It's life. But you want to take that 32% chance of making it in the industry to 64. Yeah, and you can still lose that 46, but you're 64 in. You know what I mean? So that's what you want to do. And if every day could change a percentage. Me doing this could change a percentage. You know what I mean? Every day changes a percentage. So you really just try to see life like that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how everything translated, came full circle. Just grind it out, stay focused, discipline. Believe in yourself. And put yourself in positions to where you gonna win.
So overcoming a setback, what does that look like for you? So if a song may flop, so let me say your mixtape came out not too long ago,
right? Last year.
So do you look at how many plays you get, or you're more happy at that it's out, or what are you looking for when you release it?
All the time, man. When I release songs, I look at my Spotify stats and my iTunes stats every day. See if it changes, see where it goes. I had a crazy spike one time, and then it just dried out, and I was just like, dang, son, listen to my shit. I know I'm good. I know I'm decent at least, listen to my shit. But that wasn't. I would say would be a setback. What really killed me was my mixtape. I done did 6 months with the rap coach. I done paid $1,500 plus to go to Texas. You know what I mean? This guy put me in his studio, helped me, guided me, created this whole project. You know what I'm saying? Told me how to market it. Told me things I can do, guided me. I put it out, and not many people listened to it. And that got me. That got me. But I'm gonna tell you something that got me through it. I love the rap coach for real, yo. I'm gonna tell you what got me through it. All 7 days I was down there, that man told me, you don't make music that goes viral. So don't be mad if you don't get the views you get. That's not the type of artist that you are. So when I dropped that mixtape, I'm not gonna lie, I took 2 weeks off. I dropped that mixtape, I was promoting it. I was like, at least let me get something, get something. I'm not asking for 2.4 million, or just something. Give me something. I got nothing. But my friends and stuff, which is cool. Appreciate the love, you know what I mean? And I kept telling myself, I don't make music that goes viral. You know what I'm saying? I don't make music that goes viral. So what I gotta do? Patient, calm, grind it out. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what gets me back into it. Just knowing the type of person you are and knowing the type of things you create. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be that guy that's gonna go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of other people. And I'm kind of fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the lane I'm in. That's just the lane I'm in. And I'm just continue to be in that lane. I talk about, I don't talk about nothing special. I talk about everything else that, everyone else talk about. But, that underdog status will always be in all my songs. You know what I'm saying? You listen to a lot of my songs, and I will always You know, even the fun ones, even the loud, you know, I'll always try to put the fact that, like, nobody wanted me here. You know what I mean? Nobody supported me in this, you know what I'm saying? And I had to do it myself. You know? And I'm fine with that. Like, you got to be fine with that. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect people to believe in your dream. So when you have a setback, you know what I'm saying? People going to be right there saying, told you so.
Yeah.
It's cool, bro. Come smoke. It's cool, bro. Come drink. It's cool, bro. No. You figure it out later. And it's like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? I need to grind it out. I need to know why it flopped. I need to know why it didn't get as much streams as it did listen to. You know? And in my case, people ain't know who the fuck I was. Like, what ego do I have to drop a mixtape with no fan base and think I'm gonna get some momentum from other people than my friends? What kind of ego? You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of self-centered, what kind of, you know what I'm saying, type of mindset I have to think that that's just gonna happen in life? You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, get an apartment and then being like, no one comes visit because you ain't tell nobody you got an apartment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? No one wants to come see, but we ain't know we could. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like that. So it's like, I was like, yo, I gotta drop my ego. I really gotta drop my ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be honest, some people will argue like, it's your first one, it's not even a setback. And that's my ego right there talking, where it's like, I expect this grandeur shit and it's a setback because I didn't get it. You know? And it's like, on to the next one. On to the next one. And then what I realized, man, and because I kept going, because I kept grinding, and because I kept, you know, thinking of it like, okay, maybe that was a setback, maybe it wasn't, but keep going, keep grinding. I had people coming into my DMs, bro, telling me that, like, yo, your music is fire, bro. Yo, your music touched my heart. Your music is my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that would happen. You know what I'm saying?
And you know I don't know if you go to church or not, but you know, they get so hyped when one person gets saved. So do you get hyped when you get one new listener, one new viewer, or
check this out. So a couple months ago. So I'm not really a YouTube guy because of a lot of, I would say, technical difficulties at the moment. So I'm not really a YouTube guy. But I remember I had like 8 subscribers like a couple months ago, right? And I ain't care for it. You know, I'm pushing mostly Instagram, growing my Instagram. My Instagram followers is growing a little bit. Small, but I'll take a win, right? I was on my phone with my mom, right? And I was just talking to her, and I was, you know, searching stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to put this video up. Da-da-da, you know, just do it, whatever. I looked. I had 35 subscribers, and I went crazy.
See?
My mom laughed at me. She's like, bro, that's not a lot. She said, I get it. But your reaction made me laugh because I'm just like, you know, that's not a lot, right?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, I was at 8 like a couple months ago. Now I feel like I have to be on YouTube now because I have to give them something. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like, how do I feel about it? Whatever technical difficulties I have to patient, grind it out, and do that because now I'm obligated. And yes, I do feel obligated now to give them what they came for. You know what I'm saying?
I get exactly what you're saying. So, what can we expect going forward? I heard you was telling me off the camera about your new music video. I mean, can you tell us what it's about, or are you just gonna tell us where it's at?
I mean, I can tell you where it's at. It's 1,000 Nights by Errson. You can find it on YouTube. To be honest, you know, I've got a lot of great feedback for it. You know what I'm saying? I wish it could have been more. You know, but then that's everybody's kind of thing, right? I wish it could have been more, but I think I did really well with what I had. You know what I mean? And the support I had and the friends I had to come join me on this venture and this journey for something for me that they didn't get paid for. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm more appreciative of the fact that, you know, that happened, that collaboration happened, you know, more than the music video itself. You know what I'm saying? And then now I'm thinking about, I have a new song out called I Ain't Lying. And, you know, I got people like, yo, bro, I'll be in it. And I'm just like, dang, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So, I have mixed feelings about the video itself, but because of the people that's involved in it, you know what I mean, I get over myself because I realize it's not about me. You know, my friend was so proud that I used his car. You know, so sometimes I gotta just, you know, fight, take the bullet. You know, like, could have been more. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I want to do it better. I want to do it again. Da 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 da. And it's like, you know, it's like literally, I was sitting next to him at work, and he literally was like, "Yo, that's crazy. You used my car, bro. That's crazy. That's sick." And I was like, "Damn, like I made him feel that way." Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then that night I put it up. So you can definitely expect more videos this year. You can definitely expect a whole lot more music. Definitely gonna be consistent. You know, I'm definitely gonna grind it out. Definitely more fights coming up too. And you know, we'll see where it takes me. But I'm not gonna stop.
And since we're talking about your fighting, can you talk about your record and tell me a little bit about what's going on with that? I know we talked a little off camera, but let them know, and then I'll ask you a follow-up question.
Nah, no problem. So, my first fight was a kickboxing fight. I won TKO in the first round. With like a minute 30 in. My second one was an MMA fight. And, you know, shout out to my opponent. You know what I'm saying? He definitely challenged me in the second and third round. He definitely pushed the pace. He definitely deserved that win. But you know, I lost. You know? And to be honest, I took a loss before. You know what I'm saying? You play sports all the time at the park. You take L's all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But this loss is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And something that I've been picking up was ultimate accountability. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in life that everything happens because it's your fault, you can't blame nobody else. You know what I'm trying to say? Now, yes, we understand that everything that happens is not your fault. You know? But if you understand that, like, you know, for example, you know, if I came in unprepared because I didn't walk my dog early enough, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can blame the dog. Yeah, I can blame that I left jiu-jitsu class late. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know what, though? At the end of the day, I knew what I had to do to get here on time and be prepared. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, there are cases where it's like you can blame other people, but I think it'll be better for you because it works for me. Ultimate accountability. From the people you talk to, the people you date, the things you say, you know what I mean? The energy you put out, you know? Broke, poor, rich, whatever. Black, white, green. Take a ultimate accountability for where you are in life. Especially if you're an adult. Especially. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame no one else because you went to college. Because there's thousands of other kids who, you know, thought college was BS and didn't go. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame no one else because of who you married. You married that person. I don't care if she asked you, you was peer pressured, whatever the case may be. You made that decision. You know what I mean? So, but back to the fight. I lost, man. And, like, I took a week off because I was healing for a bit. But my mental, man, like, that day, obviously, was, like, crazy. Like, I was like, damn, son. I lost. You know? And, like, I was just going back through all the training camps, going back through everything, the whole fight. And I'm like, you know, ultimate accountability. You know? All those days I took off before training camp. All those times I ate Chinese before training camp. For real. All those times where I could have went one more and didn't go. You know? All those times I showed up late. You know what I'm saying? It may not have been during the 8 weeks that I was in training camp, but it matters. All those classes I missed. You know? All the food I ate leading up to it. Because I was a heavyweight and I was like, oh, you know. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff matters, man. Ultimate accountability. You know?
And so you talked about a fight that you won and a fight that you lost. So a lot of times I hear people say you learn more when you lose than when you win. Is that true for you, or?
I don't know. I don't know, man. The reason why I don't know is because when I won, I learned that I can do this. You know what I mean? That I can get in the cage, man up with someone for whatever time that's in there, whether it's, 9 or 15, and I can go at them. You know? That I have that in me. You know? When I lost, Obviously you learn from the mistakes you made during your fight, but what I got from it is that, like, you know, I can lose. The world isn't over. I can get back up. So it all depends on how you look at it. You know what I mean? Because some people lose their first one and then get shattered.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh my God, I don't want to do this anymore. This is not for me. This is, oh my God, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't answer that question, to be honest.
Yeah,
you know?
I got it. And there's a quote by Muhammad Ali, and he says, the canvas is no place for a champion. See, but he also doesn't say a champion doesn't get knocked out. So, but he said a champion doesn't stay down. So, you know, I'm glad that you continue to get back up and continue to pursue and go after your dreams, because every time I talk to you, I'm like, you got something new cooking up. So I'm like, dang, this dude, he always believes in himself. He always got something cooking up. So, let us just know where we could find you, and from your fights and your music, and then, you know, I'll take it out from here.
Nah, no problem. So, my Instagram is The Real Errson. The Real is regular, Errson. You can find me on iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, YouTube at Errson, Errson. My, you know, fight schedule will be all on my Instagram, so you follow me. I always post it and put it up. If you need tickets, let me know. I'll get them to you, or, you know, I'll shoot the link, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, that's it, man.
That's it. I thank y'all for tuning in. This is my guy, Errson.
Errson, man. We out.
I wake up in the morning. I punch fear in the face. I got to get to my bacon, egg, and dreams.